What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with that instant analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 109-104. The Timberwolves fall to 31-32. They're 11-18 away from Minnesota. The Golden State Warriors got in some trouble tonight, but they was able to close it out and get the victory. They improved to one game above 500. They're 31-30. They're 24-7 at home. That's a real good reason, to have a successful season. Even though they've been terrible on the road, they've been able to be outstanding at home. Um, they didn't have Steph Curry. They didn't have Andrew Wiggins. They didn't have Draymond Green, but they still got the job done. Minnesota was tough for them. They had a 34-point first quarter, and they actually held the Golden State Warriors to 25 points. Golden State was able to get hot and catch fire from three and compete a little bit more in the second quarter while they held the Minnesota Timberwolves in check. 34-23 in the second quarter. Minnesota's changed up some things, and they really capitalized in transition and outscored the Warriors 30-19 in the third quarter. But the Warriors, a veteran team, understanding how to win, understanding, the importance of what they need to get done as the trade deadline buyout, and also over half the season is over. They know they need to start focusing on winning now. They outscored the Timberwolves 31-17. Obviously, when you look at the Timberwolves, this was a missed opportunity, but they also don't have Towns, and they also didn't have Rudy Gobert tonight. So both teams missing all-star caliber players and big players in their rotation and big part of their identities. The biggest game for them honestly wasn't Anthony Edwards or Mike Conley. It was actually Nas Reed who finished with 30 points, -6 and plus minus. He also had three personal fouls, two turnovers. He did have two blocks and five steals, which is monstrous for him. Not really been known for his defense or his activity and his speed and quickness, but he was able to get it done against the Warriors. He also had 3 assists, 9 rebounds. Two of them was offensive. He had finished 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 4 of 11 from three, 12 of 22 from the field. May Daniels, 12 points, -1 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 1 turnover. Did contribute 3 steals, which helped keep them in the game. 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 2 of 4 from three. He also shot 5 of 9 from the field, which is pretty good and what you expect from a role player. Kyle Anderson also helped on the rebounding end with 9 of them. He had 1 offensive rebound. Also got to the free throw line 3 times and made all of them. He was also 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, which is decent. Didn't get too trigger happy from three. Was able to mix it up. That's why he ended up with 5 assists by penetrating and probing. He also had 4 of 8 from the field, 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He also was +1 and plus minus 12 points. Mike Conley played 34 minutes, was only 3 of 7 from the field. He did finish 3 of 5 from three. That's what you want him to do. Run the offense, make shots from the perimeter, like floaters and obviously threes, and he did that tonight. He also did have 3 rebounds, one that was offensive. He did have 7 assists, getting out the way, running the offense, keeping guys involved is what he mainly does. He was able to do that tonight. He also had 1 steal and 1 block, always been a solid defender. 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, -2 and plus minus 9 points. Anthony Edwards was chucking, took some tough shots, couldn't really get in rhythm, couldn't really get a flow tonight. 5 of 19 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, or 1 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds. He did, pass the ball a lot with his penetration and unselfishness, something that he's been showing the last month. He finished with 7 assists, also had 2 steals and 2 blocks, but had way too many turnovers tonight. He finished with 5 of them total. 1 personal foul, +1 and plus minus 12 points. Knight, 3 points, +7 and plus minus. 1 personal foul, 1 turnover. 2 rebounds, one that was offensive, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the field. Luka Garza only played 4 minutes, but he did get to the free throw line 5 times, made every attempt. He also was able to grab 2 offensive rebounds within those 4 minutes and finish with three total, 1 turnover, two personal fouls, -4 and plus minus 7 points. McLaughlin missed a wide open three that really could have, forced the game to potentially be in overtime. He finished 1 of 3 from the field. All his attempts was three. That's not that bad. He also was all one from the free throw line. One offensive rebound out of 4 rebounds total. He also had 2 assists, 2 turnovers. He was -5 and plus minus. He only had 3 points. Austin Rivers, 2 of 8 from the field in 21 minutes. He did finish 2 of 5 from three, though. Missed every single free throw attempt, was all four, which is absolutely terrible. He has to do better than that. Had one offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls. He did go -14 in plus minus and only had 6 points. And Alexander, 21 minutes. He was 4 of 12 from the field, trying to give them a little bit of offensive juice and a punch, but he was only 2 of 6 from three. He did have 4 rebounds. One was offensive, 1 assist, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul. He also was -2 and plus minus 10 points. Ryan and Manyat all did not play, although they was healthy. Coach's decision. They did finish 42% from the field. They did shoot above average from three tonight, 17 of 45, 37% as a team, although Anthony Edwards and those guys didn't shoot well. Um, they did do it well as a team. They got to the free throw line a bunch, 21 times, but they only made half of them almost with 52%. That's one of the reasons why they lost. Not only did they not get good offense down the stretch, they also didn't shoot well from the free throw line. 43 rebounds, 26 assists, 11 steals, which is pretty good. Also finished with 8 blocks as a team. I love that. That's something that's good to see. 16 turnovers and 18 personal fouls. They scored 104 points. The Golden State Warriors didn't perform that much better. This was a sluggish, rough, tough game. They only shot 42% from the field. They was held to 35% from three, 15 to 42 attempts. They only shot 72% from the free throw line themselves, 16 to 22, but they did out rebound the Minnesota Timberwolves by a large amount, 13 rebounds. They got out rebounded by 56 rebounds to 43. They did only have 23 assists, but they did get 11 steals too, and also 5 blocks, 16 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls. Kuminga did finish efficient, 5 of 10 from the field. He also was able to make his only three-pointer shot. He also was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, +4 and plus minus, 13 points. Kevon Looney did finish with a double-double again, 12 points, 17 rebounds, which is huge because 7 of them was offensive. 2 was one of the big reasons why they was able to out-rebound the Timberwolves tonight. 2 assists, 1 block. Also did almost get in foul trouble, almost fouled out with 5 personal fouls. He was a +7 and plus minus. Did play 32 minutes, 4 of 6 from the field. Klay Thompson did hit a huge three that really felt like it was the dagger, but Minnesota still had an opportunity because the Golden State Warriors didn't execute properly in the fourth quarter and kept giving Minnesota some hope that they can still steal or get back in this game or even force overtime. But the Warriors was able to hold on to the victory. Klay did finish 12 of 23 from the field, 6 of 14 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds total, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He was +4 and plus minus. Another 30-point game for him. DiVincenzo did start tonight. He did finish with 21 points. He was +9 and plus minus. He did have 3 turnovers. He had a key layup in the fourth quarter to help extend their lead and give them a little bit of a cushion when you combine that with the Klay Thompson three. He did also have 4 steals and 5 assists. He had 8 rebounds. He also had 2 of them that was offensive, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 4 or 9 from three. He has been pretty good from three, and he is a good guy to find when he's open because he can hit it, and he also can do it with range. He also finished above 50% from the field, 7 of 13. Poole didn't particularly play well defensively or offensively tonight. He finished 5 of 20 from the field, 1 of 8 from three, but he did do a good job at the free throw line, 4 or 5. He had 1 offensive rebound out of 3 total. He also had 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. But he also did have a bunch of turnovers to go with his bad shooting night. He also had 4 personal fouls, plus 8 and plus minus, 15 points total. Green, 4 points, -7 and plus minus. 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Out of 3 of them, he had 2 of them that was offensive. He also finished 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 4 from the field. Anthony Lamb did play 25 minutes, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He did have 3 offensive rebounds too out of 7 total, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, plus 6 and plus minus 7 points. Patrick Baldwin Jr. finally got more minutes, mainly due to injuries to key players, but he took advantage of it to a certain extent. He did play 13, 1 of 4 from the field because he was 1 of 3 from the three-point line, which isn't terrible. He also did have 3 rebounds, -2 and plus minus 3 points. Ty Jerome, 21 minutes, tried a lot of attempts, 1 of 5 down the stretch, but didn't really get it to go enough. 1 offensive rebound. He did have 4 total, 4 assists, 3 steals, which helped a lot. 3 personal fouls, -4 and plus minus 2 points. And Moody only played 4 minutes. He was 0-1 from the field. It was only a 3-point shot. 1 rebound, 1 steal. Iguodala Rollins did not play tonight. Other than that, the Warriors did what they had to do to win. They back above 500. They're going to compete. Steve Kerr is going to call him out. He's going to get at him. He's going to challenge him. That's what a great coach do. That's what a championship coach do. Obviously, they have the shooting ability. They have the ability to break down defense. But both teams really didn't have some of their best players. It was a messy game, sloppy at the end. The Warriors really gave them multiple chances to really steal this game, and that would have been a blow because you want to win as many games and hold down the fort as much as you can until Steph and Draymond and those guys can get back. But you also don't want to fall into the play-in tournament. We done seen them get knocked out before when they didn't play as well as the team by the Memphis Grizzlies, and they don't want that to happen again, especially when you can avoid it because you still have plenty of time to be one of the top 6 teams in the Western Conference. But they older, they have a lot of injury, they not as deep, they have a lot of guys that's not reliable, that's not consistent, and that's why the Warriors don't have the greatest record. And then the Minnesota Timberwolves have a lot of new pieces. They made another trade during the trade deadline to get Conley. Obviously, they haven't had Towns for a long period of time, and Gobert has been in and out the lineup, but they haven't really made excuses. They've still been able to hover around that 500 range and really stay competitive, and you got to give credit to them for that. Other than that, an okay game, a game that did matter in the standings, a game that's going to matter, down the stretch when teams are fighting for positions, teams are fighting to stay out of the play-in tournament. So it's important to keep, the engagement of these games because all of them matter at this point because teams in the Western Conference are all so close, and one game is a big difference, let alone 2. And you really want to take advantage of winning as many games as you can, and that's why you got to be critical of the Warriors, giving Minnesota so many opportunities to get back in the game and so many opportunities to potentially, win the game. And you just don't want that to happen, especially when you have a good lead and you work so hard to win a game or get the lead and you only really have a minute or 2 to go. You want to close that game out, shake hands and get to the next one. Other than that, continue to like, to continue to subscribe, to continue to hit the notification bell to get more analysis as it continues to come out throughout the months and throughout the year. And you can get it, notified to you so it's easier to keep up with it so you don't fall behind. Also, like the video, continue to subscribe. Thanks for that. Also, like on Facebook, that will be in the description. My podcast, if you want to listen to that, will also be in the description. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the support. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out.